Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P0741, indicates a performance issue in the torque converter clutch circuit. Specifically, that the circuit is either performing poorly or is stuck in the off position. The torque converter is an essential part of the transmission system. It allows for smooth changes of gears and transmission of power from the engine to the wheels. When the torque converter clutch does not operate correctly, it can lead to efficiency losses, increased fuel consumption, and erratic vehicle performance. This issue can stem from several components, such as the shift solenoid valve B or the CVT lockup clutch control solenoid valve. These components help to engage and disengage the torque converter clutch as needed, ensuring the proper transfer of power. The location of these components is primarily within the transmission. Therefore, accessing them often requires removal of the transmission casing for inspection or replacement. The symptoms can significantly affect vehicle drivability, and it's crucial to address DTC P0741 promptly. The DTC P0741 signals a problem with the torque converter clutch circuit, suggesting it is either not functioning as it should or is completely inactive. The torque converter allows for smooth power flow between the engine and transmission. It ensures that the engine can efficiently transfer power to the wheels without stall. Within this system, key components include the shift solenoid valve B, which controls the flow of hydraulic fluid and assists in the shifting mechanism, and the CVT lockup clutch control solenoid valve, which helps engage or disengage the lockup function of the torque converter. Both of these solenoid valves are integral in managing the clutch's performance. Their failures can directly lead to the DTC being triggered. Typically, these solenoids are located within the valve body assembly, which is housed inside the transmission casing. To access these components, the vehicle may need to be raised and the transmission disassembled. Several potential causes can lead to the activation of DTC P0741. One of the main culprits could be a faulty shift solenoid valve B, which, if not functioning properly, will hinder the transmission's ability to shift effectively, leading to performance issues in the torque converter circuit. Another possible cause is a malfunctioning CVT lockup clutch control solenoid valve. If this solenoid fails, the lockup clutch may not engage, which could result in slippage or inefficient power transfer. Additionally, issues within the hydraulic circuit could also contribute to this DTC being triggered. Hydraulic fluid is essential for the proper operation of the solenoid valves. If there is contamination or blockage, it could interfere with the system's operations, leading to poor performance. Identifying these causes requires a systematic approach to confirm the operational status of each component. When DTC P0741 is present, the driver may notice several symptoms indicating problems with the torque converter operation. One common symptom is reduced acceleration, as the torque converter may not be engaging properly, causing sluggishness during acceleration. Additionally, this DTC may lead to increased fuel consumption. When the clutch does not engage or disengage correctly, the engine works harder, using more fuel than necessary. Another symptom worth noting is erratic shifting behavior. The vehicle may hesitate or shift poorly, leading to discomfort while driving. These symptoms are not just inconveniences. They can also pose risks when driving. Understanding these indicators can illuminate potential issues before they escalate into major failures, leading to costly repairs. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0741 involves performing a detailed DTC check. To start, ensure the vehicle is in the on mode without the engine running. Next, utilize the Honda Diagnostic System (HDS) to clear any existing DTCs from the vehicle's system, which will reset and allow you to monitor new readings accurately. Following this, it is essential to conduct a test drive. To do this, start the engine while it is in the P position, shift it to N. And then to D, pressing the brake pedal as required. After shifting, release the brake pedal and accelerate to around 37 miles per hour, approximately 60 kilometers per hour, on a flat road for at least 1 minute. After completing the drive, bring the vehicle to a stop, turn off the engine, and check for any pending or confirmed DTCs using the HDS again. This process ensures you get updated readings, which will help determine the next steps in problem solving. In the second step of troubleshooting, focus on the shift solenoid valve B. Conduct a thorough test of this component to ensure it is operating correctly. The shift solenoid valve B is responsible for controlling hydraulic fluid flow, critical for shifting within the transmission, and thereby influencing torque converter performance. If functional testing reveals that the solenoid valve does not work properly, you will need to replace the valve body assembly, as this component houses the solenoid. Conversely, if the valve functions appropriately, it confirms that this particular part is not the source of the DTC P0741 issue, allowing you to proceed to the next troubleshooting step with confidence. The final step in the troubleshooting process is to check the CVT lockup clutch control solenoid valve. Conduct a comprehensive test on this solenoid to verify its proper function. This solenoid plays a crucial role in determining whether the torque converter's lockup clutch engages, which directly affects the transmission's efficiency. If the solenoid does not work properly, then it is imperative to replace the valve body assembly, which contains this important component. In some scenarios, you may also need to clean the hydraulic circuit to ensure there is no blockage causing performance issues. However, if the solenoid is functional, the next step will be to consider replacing either the valve body assembly or the torque converter itself, as underlying issues within these components could lead to continued problems with DTC P0741. After completing all necessary repairs related to DTC P0741, the final repair verification is crucial in confirming that the issues have been resolved. To begin this process, take the vehicle for another test drive under similar conditions as previously noted. Pay attention to how the vehicle accelerates and shifts throughout various speeds and load conditions. After the test drive, use the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to check for any new DTCs. This step is vital in ensuring that the repairs have effectively addressed the original issue and that there are no remaining faults. If no DTCs are present, it confirms that the system is functioning correctly and that the problem has been resolved, allowing the vehicle to operate smoothly once again. To prevent the recurrence of DTC P0741 and maintain optimal performance of the torque converter and transmission system, regular preventive maintenance is essential. Begin by routinely checking the transmission fluid level and condition. Proper fluid levels ensure that both hydraulics and components function effectively. As a preventive measure, consider servicing or replacing the transmission fluid and filter every 30,000 miles, as old or contaminated fluid can adversely affect the hydraulic functions and lead to issues similar to those indicated by DTC P0741. Additionally, remain vigilant for any unusual behavior during driving, such as poor acceleration or strange shifting patterns, as these can be early signs of potential faults. Proactive measures can help avoid costly repairs and prolong the life of the vehicle. In conclusion, effectively handling DTC P0741 requires an understanding of the components involved and diligent troubleshooting steps. The torque converter clutch circuit is essential for vehicle performance. and any disruption can lead to significant drivability issues. By systematically checking each related component, from the shift solenoid valves to the hydraulic circuits, one can isolate the trouble effectively. Monitoring the vehicle for symptoms is critical, as early detection can mitigate potential extensive damage. Furthermore, adhering to a strict routine of preventive maintenance ensures the longevity and efficiency of the vehicle's performance. Addressing any issues promptly leads to a more reliable driving experience. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.